Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the James Madison Dukes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me.
The way you started clipping it, they made it grow out instead of in. Yeah, I clip them, but I barely clip them though, because I'm scared to get the. I'm scared to get it, so I don't even bother that side. That's why they growing outward like that.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
I don't even bother that side at all.
The Georgia Southern Eagles offense will get the ball first. Every team has
I don't bother that side at all. Both sides.
When it comes to players, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Gets it out fast. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight.
It's crazy because my mama used to work in Cowboys.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
It's cheaper when
Duke's offense has the ball for the first time.
It's cheaper to lace your kids up.
Performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Grab near the marker is Flowers. And he's knocked down a
Would you say your mama raised y'all?
It's 1st and 10
to be a lady?
44-yard line. The offense changing the play. They'll move the tight end.
But then again, my mom.
Trying to get the corner. Pretty open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
What, like chili or something?
I don't know if he like
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down the 14-yard line. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense.
You think he forced her to be sheltered like that?
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes.
You think you're that analysis?
Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left.
You can, I think, like, the way he talks.
You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field.
The way he talks is like he want like a traditional,
He puts a lot of air under it down
like
the
a
sideline.
woman, like a traditional woman.
He's thrown a dozen of them.
Like a woman should stay in a woman's place. I don't think that's narcissistic. I just think it's like the old way of doing things. But now it gets called narcissistic. Of course it gets back in his day because he too young for all that. Like, but maybe it was Jackie. Maybe it was Jackie's doing.
We didn't play the pitch really well.
Because the way y'all talk about Jackie, like Jackie crazy.
That one falls incomplete.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's
like
run
that.
game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Great
Was she
job by
talking
running back
about
here
him?
on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Fires to the right. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's a... You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to determine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
To throw, it's Wicks. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. He'll set up to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind.
Was he insecure?
Made it look easy.
Is that why he was abusive?
There is
I just can't.
about a double-digit road win.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Tyrone says some outlandish shit. He does. But that abusive part, I just cannot see it, man.
And the type of guys
I mean,
that get the
I
attention
just
of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keep turning it on.
right.
Cutting through contact. They
Right.
finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
So
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Makes the grab. Continues to fight for yards. Open field level. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Eagles. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's
He took
so
his
nice
what?
to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats.
Karen.
I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
I mean, which he was,
Coming
right?
out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the ground with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period.
Shit, he knew it was in the car.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
She thought it was a game.
With myriad options after that big pickup on
Is this a game?
The give to the right. Runs through the tackle.
She left him.
Down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How did he get her back?
There. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well give it to him again. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their play.
He locked her in the car?
And I love the push they
Why
got
did he do
up
that?
front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now.
Yeah.
It opens up.
How the hell he lock her in a car?
Pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run,
She kept trying to get away from him.
opens up everything else.
The Dukes come to the line.
Why
with
he
a
ain't let
fresh set of
her
downs.
go?
Looking for a crease to the left. Oh, he's got some space.
I mean, look at her today. Look how miserable she is.
They move the sticks. It's first down.
You keep saying that. I
Be
think
impressed
so.
by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency. and getting
She had him
first
locked
downs
up?
and staying on the field. You saw another great example
Huh?
right there running the football. Anything they
Oh,
want to do
the
right
one
now
time.
is working.
Was that the only time he ever been locked up?
After picking up a
I'm
couple
saying
at
between. I
2nd
know he
and
got
8.
locked. I know he went to prison, but I'm saying between him and her
They'll
though.
run the option. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knock him down after the takeaway. and a
Zaya,
big
mama
play for
talking.
defense. Georgia Southern
Huh?
has it back, and here comes the offense again.
The African. Yeah, he owed him the work he did.
Just blew through that
V was
offensive
telling
line.
me,
It's a
well, V was in there.
4-yard loss.
They was talking about it one night.
Negative play to open
Because
the
he
drive.
was
Let's
talking
see what
about
they've got
how
on 2nd and 14.
he was talking about how he knows some niggas that's ruthless, and V was like, "Shit, nigga, you is
Back to
too."
pass. Here comes the heat. Turns it loose. He's got it on the outside.
Yeah, he was beating him with a bat. Yeah, a
What a
bat.
play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
The African. Yeah.
The Eagles want to crank the tempo.
Right, because he was already a felon, right?
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Stop before you lock the phone up.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
He was little when he was in prison, right?
Will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets it.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full.
You think she comfortable, like, because he paid the bills and stuff?
About the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they tacked on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
What?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Who's paying for this one? Nah, I don't care. I like their home. Keep it home.
That last one proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense
how do you lock somebody in a car, though?
This offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
To the air, it's Wicks. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
So you can't, that's crazy.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
QBs do a really good job.
If he had colic, how was he
trying to
talking?
get
Why
away
was
from
he
it. You can see he
baby
wants
get
to,
that?
but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense playing a bail technique. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Yeah, hold on.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Wicks. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
To the air on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Wicks. Lets it fly. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, James Madison ready to... He gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Dukes want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback making checks. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Back to pass, it's Quicks. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It starts. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Touchdown, Dukes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area. Because of his speed and his size, he's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
And he'll just take him in. We'll start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back.
Going for it all. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, James Madison. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Quick step and go. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Eagles are rolling down the field. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Out of the gun, the inside give. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Reads it, fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Eagles! And that one will give him the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He just about won that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Wicks. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dukes.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. From the gun, running back gets the give. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Now on the return. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Wicks. Fires to the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires left. Makes a connection. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Touchdown, James Madison. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Touchdown, Dukes! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Old Dominion rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Ballard Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out of the backfield, he's open.
Be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. Not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Looking to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it! They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Right on the money. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. As this offense tries to drain the clock, take the play clock down to a fraction of a second. Don't give the defense an inch to breathe. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They'll try the run. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Running to the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And, guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over. And he'll
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
No.
They'll go in the air on
just
second
Aria.
down.
What times and I and them need to get up?
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. After this, it'll be a wrap. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much
I'm about to make
firepower
somebody get up and come downstairs so she can get to the
we
table.
saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Is he getting money? Not right now. Yes, he will get muffins when he wakes up.